Thank you, Cancurla. Taoiseach, yesterday I attended probably the most harrowing event I ever attended in Leinster House, where representatives from the Women of Honour group and from the Air Corps spoke about the harms and abuse they have suffered. Many TDs have elaborated on this here today, but some of the stories and the statistics were shocking. They told us that they have real concerns that this Tribunal of Inquiry is not comprehensive enough, not inclusive enough, and they believe will not finally deliver an adequate and just outcome for all concerned. Now, on the other hand, Taoiseach, I listened to your response last night to oral questions on this issue, and you outlined the terms of reference of the inquiry, and it does cover a lot. However, listening to the Women of Honour reps, they say we already know the complaints process was not carried out correctly. The 1990 report, the 2013 report, the UL report in 2016, the independent review all accepted that the complaints process and procedures were not fit for purpose and that the focus must be on the abuse itself. They did welcome the tribunal and the engagement they had, but they strongly believe the Department of Defence should have no role in designing the terms of reference of the inquiry. They did welcome the fact that the judge is given discretion, but raised issues about the fact that some people were deterred from using the complaints process. I believe, Taoiseach, that you have said that those people who haven't been through the process, that they can still be part of the tribunal. I wasn't aware of that beforehand, but I think that should be written down. I think, well, if it is, I'll be happy that you read it to me, and I would be a bit more satisfied than I am now. But finally, can I say, I support the Sinn Féin amendment, in particular their amendment on complaints regarding hazardous chemicals and the request to investigate if complaints on the use of hazardous chemicals were deterred on the basis of the lack of personal protective equipment or chemical awareness training, and crucially to investigate the health, mortality and disability consequences arising to both civilian and military personnel, their partners and children, arising from any hazardous chemical exposure. Taoiseach, I think this gap may not be unbridgeable, and I ask you to do all in your power to bridge the gap that's there.